Hello? Mic check? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Hello? Am I sounding crispy? Hello? Hello? I feel like I can never get the lighting right. Ugh. Hello. What's up? Thanks for popping in. Canadian catfish. I don't understand that at all. Canadian catfish. Kristen Marie. Hi, below. Hi, Kristen. What's up? How are you? It's gonna be a very quiet night tonight while we just stare at this box. And it just taunts me. And before you say anything, Clamp fan, I am not a rip and ship. I feel like I zoomed in way too out. Hold on. There we go. Do we just open it, bro? Say F it. Tell me what's inside. You have the psychic ability. It's dated 10/31/2023. Almost a year. Sad. I actually gotta figure out if I still have it listed on eBay. Nice. Need. Always Hayden. Always. Alright, while we wait, I'm just gonna work on some eBay listings. Let me know, Clamp, if you see any sold. Also, did you know that Poliwhirl and Tentacool are non-hollow rares? Not Poliwhirl, sorry, just Tentacool. Misty's Tentacool is a non-hollow rare. Is it? I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine. Misty's. Goldine. First edition. Moisties. Is that necessary? Wouldn't that mean more like wet instead of moist? Oh, it does. Interesting. Misty's Tentacool? I did not know that. No, not Tentacruel, Tentacool. It's a star, it's a non-hollow rare. Right? It's like Brock's Golem, non-hollow rare. Or Onyx. Well, I'm putting them up on eBay, that's for sure. The VS series? You're crazy. Crazy, dog. Crazy. It's blasphemous. It's blasphemous. Yeah, Karen's Brown's really good. Working at the car wash. When are you doing older ones? Never ever. Hmm. That's fair. I don't even know which one that is. Oh. Yeah, let me click it. TCG. That's a hell of a body out there. Are we is this like a is this like a Typhlosion kind of thing? Should we pin it? Should we pin it to the chat? I thought honestly that was a hollow. That's how like green it looks. Nice. The first one was which one was the first gold star? Ah, very, very interesting. That's a lot. It's heavy hitters. Everyone loves them dragons. Everyone loves them dragons. I'm going to say that. Alright, one eBay listing down. It's been such a long time since I've had to deal with the face cam. It's always so funny talking to you, Clamp, considering that you're in chat but also in Discord with me. So it's like I'm like looking at chat but nothing's there and then I'm just talking to you. How much is this slacking card? I want to know. It's a hollow, right? How much is it in English? That's what I want to know. Clash of the Blue Sky. What is that? What set is that from? Deoxys. Well, I mean, Japanese. Do whatever you want, bro. I know. So Slocking is in Deoxys for a hollow rare, and it is $7 TCG market player price, but it's only like a couple dollars basically. I have no idea, bro. High quality H2O. This is not a drill. There is a mosquito in my room. Gosh dang it. A mosquito in my room. No, I like spiders. Yeah, of course. They're so cool. What are you talking about? Tisk, tisk, tisk. You don't know what you're missing out, bro. Of course not. But they protect me. Without even me knowing it. Nah, no, I'm just making stuff up. I cannot believe how big Gym Heroes and Gym Challenge are. It's big ass sets. It's crazy. Wizard of the Coast said, no, we're gonna go bigger. We're gonna go harder. CLAMPFAN, I think you just hate Nimona, let's be real. I want this mosquito dead. No, spiders protect me, not mosquitoes. Mosquitoes can all get exterminated for all I care. No, they don't. Stop lying, bro. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Whatever you say, bro. Whatever you say. You want to do me a favor? It's actually pretty easy. Did you look at any of my eBay listings for the vintage cards and let me know if I mislabeled one of them or like any random one and see if I actually like labeled it correctly with the near mint or lightly played, like the condition of the card? Because I feel like it's subjective almost, so I don't know if I've properly labeled it or not. So curious to see what you think. Right there on the bottom. What are you talking about? You act like it's so far away. Yeah, it's actually a great card. I don't actually want to sell it, but it looks really nice. Did I mislabel that? My bad, dude. My bad. This is why I'm asking you for help. I didn't know I typed it in that way. The embarrassment. The second him embarrassment. Let me fix that real quick. I didn't know I actually labeled it as Wizard of the Coast. Yeah, I'll probably retake those photos on. Good thing about eBay is I can just like, what you lately played? Hold on. Wait, I can just pull these cards out. Hold on. Let's look at these cards together. Let's take a look at them together, shall we? How's it feel? How's it feel to lose to Nemona? Alright, here's the Blaziken, by the way. Are you ready? I guess. Oh, God. What would you like me to say to that clamp? Can you up this? What? It is on 720. Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, it is on 720. I could technically do 1080. Turn it around. Back that thing up. Alright, we got the front. And then we said the top left. Top right. Show me. Where? What am I looking at? Here's it. Here's. Oh, I am sorry. I forgot I'm live streaming. Yeah, I'll just take photos again. I actually forgot to take it out of the sleeve when I was doing it. I was rushing it. I was being rushy. Yes. I was a Canadian, or I was a Russian catfish. I actually really like this card though. Thanks for the catch on the Watsy thing. I completely forgot I messed up that up. I think I want to say maybe around 10-ish, 11-ish, 12-ish. I don't know the exact number because it was in a bundle, so it's like around there. Somewhere around there. I know, okay, fine. Look at the Gym Heroes ones. Those are brand new, all out of sleeves. Hopefully. Is it really? Shit. Damn it, why did I do it on the sleeve? Alright, I gotta take more photos tomorrow. I messed up. Crap. Alright. I gotta fix that. I gotta fix those. I really thought I didn't do that, but I guess I did. People popping in and out of chat are like, what the hell is going on here? You don't like Seal? What's wrong with Seal, bro? Misty Seal. Let me see. I like how you don't like Misty Seal, but the artist is Atsuko Nishida. Always hating, Clamp. Always hating. No idea. Eh. It is what it is. Not really. I think one thing I've noticed is English is becoming a little bit more popular than Nippon. I know. And yet here we are. But I also think it's because of the window time. 151 Japanese is kind of like old news almost, and everyone's just all about the English only. Wasn't there some sort of restock today and people were going nuts? Buy it now before you never get a chance to buy 151 ever again. Like they don't print it in the millions or billions. Yeah, I know. It's a little bit higher. Sorry. They'll live. It'll be okay. It is what it is. That is true, but unfortunately, at this current state of time, I cannot take a loss like that because it's actually a pretty big loss based on the current. Yeah, because I got it for a certain price and it's at a certain price. It's okay. Lesson learned. It's part of business, you know what I'm saying? Part of business. All right, 3 eBay listings done so far. On the bright side, at least I have like 10 eBay listings about to be sold within the next 7 days, so that'd be nice. Maybe eBay knows you're anti-eBay. I mean, I could just literally take out the card and show you if you want, bro. Yeah, I think I have those labeled properly. It's the ones that like Team Rocket. And those are ones that are like kind of tricky. I feel like I did them right though. I'm very excited for Team Rocket. Clamp, you want me to just put you on stream so everyone can hear you say that's it's lame? All right, all right, all right, all right. I will fix the photos. Jesus Christ, I'll do it tomorrow. I promise. Okay, I'll do that. Tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'll take photos. Better lighting. Well, yeah, I'll do it while working. I know. I don't want to spend money on that right now, all right? I'm on a tight budget, all right? I just bought a label printer, okay? Yes, yes, yes. Gotta spend money to make money. Thank you, Dad. Why? Why are you hating on Watsy, bro? You think this is fan art? That's crazy. Are you bidding on my Team Rocket cards? Okay, because someone is. That's why I'm like so confused. I was like, because someone just literally just bid on them right now. Charmander, Dark Machoke, Meowth, and Grimer. Ooh, I got an offer for the Grimer. Oh, this is the. Oh, they sent offers. They didn't bid on it. Never mind. Well, both. Oh yeah, I know. That's crazy, right? It's crazy. Very interesting username. Okay, I'll edit it later. I'll revisit those then. I apparently got to take a whole bunch of different photos now, so I messed all that up. I don't believe so. I can double check. Let me take out the card. Are we looking for Hariyama or Undersea Ruins? Under the sea. I have way too many cards. Oh, okay. Undersea Ruins. Here we go. Why are you mocking? Why are you mocking my buyers? Why are you mocking my buyers? I don't see any significant scratching at all. But if you can see something, let me know. Yeah, on the corner there's definitely white. Did I not list this as lightly played? Moderate. Okay, that's good to know. I'll re-edit this for moderate then. It's subjective. That's why there's a a grading process to add value. Damaged. I would say it's damaged. How are you playing and making a card crease unless you like damaged it? Damage. Option. Yeah, so it's near mint, lightly played, moderately played, heavily played, then damage. All right, where's Undersea Ruins? I can edit that. Revise. Okay, it's fixed. I would just go and base off the definitions though, because eBay says moderate played has moderate to heavy damage all over. You know? Wait, what? I your guess is as good as mine. Well, heavily played, which is poor, is extremely worn and displays flaws all over. So, I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Okay. Come on. Come on, Parker. Come on, Parker. Good job. One B. I smell smoke. Working on the eBay listings. Metri, what's up? About to post a short, but saw you were live. What's going on? I'm loving your videos. Going to bed though. Hey, I hear you. It's like what, 12:30 over there? Have a good night, bruh. Appreciate you popping in. Thanks, dude. Oh yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, I have to wake up at 6:30 and drive 2.5 hours to work once a month. Bruh, can't you just work from home at that point? 2.5 hours? 2.5? That's just one way, or are you? That's there and back. That's crazy. 2.5 hours. Jesus. It's like what, 150 miles or something crazy like that? One way. Jeez, bruh. That's nuts. Well, Godspeed. I don't know how you do it. At least you only do it once a month though. Like, jeez. 2.5 hours, bruh. That's great. 2.5 hours. Lord, Lord, Lord. Actually, I think it's 150 miles. It's 60 miles, but and oh, New York City traffic. Wait, are you going into the city or are you going out of the city? Because out of the city should not be any traffic. I feel like you said you're not in the city though. Last time I asked you. Unless you're in Long Island. Long Island's crazy. I live in Long Island, so I have to pass the city. Ooh. Wait, can't you just take the southern or the Northern State Parkway out of the city instead of going through the city? I'm pretty sure you can go the other route. I live in Lynbrook, so I know. There is definitely other routes out of the city. I feel like you could take Northern State Parkway though. Am I tripping? Am I remembering that correctly? I haven't lived in Long Island in so long. I kind of go around the city, but this traffic, no matter what. Yeah, I mean, if you're leaving at 6:30, you're probably gonna meet all the commuters. Not actually through it. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, you're like basically going around the city. That's what everybody does. But yeah, man, get some good C's. That 85 miles, man. I hopefully get paid a lot for that job because that's very. Can't wait for my coffee in the morning. Yo, I feel you on that. I usually do an energy drink though sometimes. A little bit faster than coffee. How much do I need to make it worth it? Well, you gotta factor in gas, time, and just maybe energy, I guess. If you're going 85 miles per hour and you're using your car there and back, you're looking at least $50 one way for that 1 hour. I guess you could, I guess you could do 2 hours. Nah, you want to do like 75 minimum just for commuting one way. So like $150 to go there back and forth. I think that would be fair. $150 a day to commute full 5 hours total. Yeah, I think that would be fair. It would include your gas, your time, and you're just fucking getting stuck in traffic for 2.5 hours. That's great. Oof. I would not want to do that, man. Godspeed, Godspeed. I only do this 1 to 2 times a month, but don't worry, I get paid well. I mean, still, it's a pain in the ass. Can you not work from home at that point? You have to go in the office or something? I feel like no matter what, it's not something I want to do, even if it's like one day a month. Yeah, I need to be there for some meetings. Go virtual, bro. Send in your robot from Elon. Make your robot do all the work. I'm an engineer. Well, yeah, I know. Engineer your robot to do it then. Let your robot be your arms and legs for the meeting. Have a good night, bud. Later, Metri. Thanks for popping in. I'll catch you on the flip side. You used to live in Limbrook, or you do? Yeah, I used to live in Limbrook. I lived in Limbrook from 2005 until 2012. Yeah. Wow, I'm old. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I graduated high school from Limbrook. Aren't you in like more east Long Island? Like east, like Suffolk County, I think. I don't think you're in Nassau County. Could be wrong though. Or maybe you told me you were North Nassau, so that's probably what it was. Hicksville, Nassau West. Oh, West County. Yeah, I've been to Hicksville. It's nice. I'm out for reals. Bye bye. Later. Not coming out so clear. Hmm. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Oh, okay, it works. eBay, why can't I automate you? What's up, fool? What's up, Ricky? How you doing? Did someone say battle? Battle? Where? You know, I actually thought about that, if I should just make the Disney Lorcana box a battle. But I was like, nah, that's crazy. Meeks the Sneak, what's happening? Well, not much. What's up, Meeks? Thanks for popping in, y'all. I'm literally just working on eBay orders and listings, so very relaxing night right now. Also, CLAMPFAN is MIA in Discord, so you know. You selling those or what? I am. I'm not gonna open until it's full though. Nobody has bought in. It's 24 packs, $10 each, and no limit. Just $5 for shipping. Also, y'all let me know if you want the bulk or not, because I will send the bulk. I do not want bulk. Don't even try to make a battle out of this, alright, Ricky? Don't even think about it. Seriously though, don't do it. I don't want a battle. That's too much pressure. I ain't Jay or Krantz. I can't handle those battles. It's too much responsibility. Ever wonder if they could just automate eBay from to be more automated? I feel like I fill in the same stuff over and over again sometimes. I just want to like Excel this like 1, 2, 3, done. Oh, also, if you do not hear music, it's because I don't want to deal with the copyright strikes. I keep having issues with music, so I'm just gonna not do music this stream. I haven't really been doing it for my videos either, so that is another thing. I miss music. Ladies and gentlemen, guess who is back in Discord? It's the fan of clamps. Your Lord and Savior. Clamp fan, excessively typing. Clamp fan, what is happening in here? Please stop typing that loud. Please stop. You're doing it on purpose, bro. Stop. I'm the only one that can hear you in my ear right now. There's no way you're typing something. There's no way. So silly. Dude, you should just pop in the stream. Say what up. Just do a surprise guest. Yeah, I could just easily put you on right now. We'll just I'll unmute the headphones and the Meeks the Sneak says late night breakfast tacos and blaltings clampy. I like that. Breakfast tacos are good. The question is it breakfast tacos with like eggs and then you use waffles or pancakes as a tortilla? Or is something completely different? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that kind of taco? Okay. Regular tortilla. That's not really breakfast though. It's more like a brunch thing, I think. It's more like a sandwich. It's an open-faced sandwich. I'm just teasing. Hey, we got 5 people in here. Thanks for just watching me lurk. Appreciate that. Just eggs, sausage, cheesy, some bomb mexicano sauces in it. A little spicy, and of course tortillas. Okay. 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 Now I'm hungry again. That high quality H2O. Compulsive. Okay, CLAMPFAN, if you could pick one trainer's Pokemon that is the best, and it can't be N or any of your favorite trainers, well, which one would it be? Well, I mean, you like N. Not your favorite trainer, I apologize. Okay, everyone, you heard it here first from my mouth. CLAMPFAN does not like N. He hates N. No, just kidding. I'm kidding. I don't know. From Gym Heroes or Gym Challenge, which Pokemon do you like the best? I guess this question goes for chat too. Which Pokemon from Gym Heroes or Gym Challenge do you like the most? Doesn't have to be just one though. Please stop humming Elmo's Word of Clem. One, two, three, four, five. 5 more listings to go. Thanks a lot, CLAMPFAN. Now I got the thing stuck in my head. Appreciate that. Freaking Elmo's World. From Heroes, maybe Sabrina's better than that. I should like that. Do I have that? Hold up. Wait a minute. I think I have that one. What? A pack of cards? Hold up. Wait a minute. Sabrina's Side Dog. You said the Benonat, right? I do not have it. I don't have it. Thought I grabbed the Benonat. Can't believe I didn't grab a Benonat. I like the Oddish. Sabrina's Cat. Oh wait, this one? Okay. Mr. I can't show things in a sleeve. Tell me, what is this condition? Wait, is my stream that bad for a resolution? It's like minor whitening in the back. Yeah, it's a little bit off-centered left to right, but that's okay. Yeah, I can see what you mean. How much do first edition Gym Challenge or Gym Heroes packs go for again? Can't be that expensive, right? Let me look it up right now. First edition Gym Challenge booster pack. Price charting has it at $300. Shit. Yeah, that's a lot of money. The only card that I'm seeing would be Blaine's Charizard. And that's it. I think the non-hollow is 200. The hollow is 4 or something. Well, I mean, it is Ken Sugimura. Mori. Okay. 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 But yeah, that's a lot. I think that whole booster box is about a couple grand, right? 13 grand-ish. Depending on the seller. And here I am, just selling singles like a fool. Wasn't Rocket's Mewtwo a hollow? Alright, no need to attack. This is literally, next year, I feel like people are going to be going crazy for this. And it's just a theory. I could be completely wrong and pulling it out of my ass. Well, when Team Rocket and the trainers cards come out again, people will start to feel nostalgic and be like, I want these cards from back then. That's fine. That'll actually make it easier for collectors too. Well, they're definitely going to do they're definitely gonna do Charizard. I hate to break it to you, but I don't know who's Charizard. I mean, I mean, what do we think, chat? Are they gonna do a Charizard next Team Rocket or the trainers set? Yeah, so it's you are literally proving my point that they might do Charizard in the Team Rocket set. Well, we'll see. Meek the Sneak says, I hope they do. I mean, it's a possibility. I could see it. I said there's always a possibility for everything, Clamp. Don't be a hater. Yeah, people always talk though. Can I be sure I can't pop you on the stream? Because Clamp. No one can hear you except for me. But yes, I agree. I would just have to press a button and you're in the stream. No, you won't be muffled, bro. Just say the word. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Surprise guest. CLAMPFAN. Would you like to say hello, Clamp?
I'm here to ruin Bilal's stream.
Oh, I gotta edit the stream title now.
Just so everyone knows, Bilal is 100% a rippin' ship.
Ricky says Clampinator.
Hey, Ricky.
Now everyone can hear your typing.
Or what kind of controversial conversation are we going to have? Because we all know, as I've heard, that I'm a snob. So
Whatever you want, bro. The world is your oyster. One thing I want to know is, what do you think about Jasmine? Sandwiches.
Bilal knows. Bilal knows what I think about that Jasmine. Let me bring it up so that we can really have like a real discussion about the Jasmine.
Let me bring it up too, because I gotta be streaming it. Here we go.
Because I'm not one to just be like, it's so good, or I don't like it. It's not that I don't like it. It's just that I had expectations for what I wanted, and I don't like not getting what I want. I'm spoiled, especially in the Scarlet and Violet era.
You've gotten so many sets. How many more do you want?
I need everything, Bilal.
Everything.
All tailor-made specifically to me.
Tailor-made.
Okay, but let's see. What I need to see is I need to see the card in person, because I feel like where I'm like having trouble seeing is the mouth. Like, is her mouth open? Because I'm like zooming in. Or is it closed? Like, I think that's the part that I'm kind of like not understanding. Like, from the art kind of I'm like, what does her mouth really look like?
Maybe there is.
But overall the background is very good. Their use of texturing, like on the fringe on the stool, is like very good because they did like a lot of nice highlighting to really kind of give you that like fringe feel. Um, the crown molding that's like on the, I'm guessing this is like a kitchen island, is like very good. The stylizing that they've chose to make it feel like very lived in, like with the pots and pans, how they're not put together like, like perfectly. The jars are like in different directions. That's what part it looks good. I just feel like Jasmine herself almost blends more into the background. Like if I'm looking at the art, I'm more interested in what's going on in the surroundings than her because her details are so minimal. Like her dress, you don't really see much like shading. Her hair is just kind of like blocks of color. And I'm guessing that's what the artist is kind of like going for, maybe, is that kind of like minimalistic style. But I feel like the background is so intricate and detailed that Jasmine herself is like not the star. And then from a lore standpoint, like we've talked about before, I don't get it. Like if it was up to me, it would have been like Lighthouse or like Ampharos or you know
Definitely not an Ampharos, that's for sure.
or like outside at night, like gazing at like thunder and lightning come down. Like if you think back to that like anime episode, but it's not bad. I don't think it's bad. What is horrifying is like the regular Jasmine common. That's horrible. The SR is like slightly better. I'm not a fan of that artist. And then this is okay for me. Is this like a massive, do I want it? Yes, because it's like my niche of collecting. But am I desperate, like shaking like I normally am? No. But I don't think it's bad.
I didn't know you didn't like the common part. Let me look at the common part. What's wrong with
That
this?
artist needs to be fired.
Jesus.
The regular common, hideous. Hideous.
Why does it look bad?
Like why are we making her like 8 years old?
Pokemon Man. Hi. Hi. What's up? I I
Yeah, like
I
that
don't
artist did the Janine SR from Nightwander, which is like they gave her the like eggplant face, like where her face is the shape of an eggplant. Um they did that horrifying Nimona SR from Shiny Treasure that I can't stand and that Krantz hates. Um
I mean it looks fine to me, but you're more of a trainer expert
you
than I
didn't
am.
like that. I mean, the card isn't out, so I'm not sure how you pulled it, but
No, what do you say? I'm not reading chat, sorry. Hi, how are you doing? I hated that Jasmine card. I pulled it though. I'm doing well. Congrats, I think. I don't know. I don't know what to say to that.
but the SR's fine. I think the main issue is that when you look at the team up art for Jasmine, the team up art is like thousands of times better. It makes her feel like the proper age. It's just it's just kind of everything. So it's hard to look, it's hard to compete.
Are we talking about this card or something different?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like the emotion, it she feels like the proper age. The face shape is like nice. It's not that kind of like odd face shape that the other artist seems to do. Um it's like more of her personality. Because Jasmine's like a sweet girl, but like, see, this is like the in the regular common, like the gun butted Jasmine pose, but this is like more of like her true. like her true nature. Yes, she's like a sweet girl, but like when she's like she really has like what do they call it? Like um what is the word that I'm looking for?
Charity, perhaps.
I'm totally blanking.
That's alright. We gotta move on to the next point, which is
Well, the other point is why is Jasmine in this set when she's a steel type gym leader?
maybe there's something to steel and electric that just works well together.
I mean, half of her Pokemon are like electric type as well, but
It's electric.
but yeah. We're just gonna go through everything. Just go through the commons. Go through everything.
You want to go through the common trainers? We can do that.
No, the commons, everything. People don't
No,
ever talk about commons.
that's too long. We gotta do the trainer for the commons. Your boy, Cyrano.
Cyrano, 10 out of 10. It's the same artist that did the Miriam SAR. Very strong artist.
Clement.
The SR that was revealed is even better. Clement, 10 out of 10. Naoki Saito, the full art will be nuts because when Naoki Saito does a full art, the colors are just like 10 out of 10.
All right.
I'm excited to see the full art.
And we know you hate Jasmine.
It's just like, why'd they do that here?
Brilliant.
It looks like fan art. Vivillon, 10 out of 10. Rend, I mean, he can't make anything that's bad.
That's
like everything is nuts. It's like photorealistic. Look at the texturing, the shading, the coloring of the bark.
Yeah,
it's
nice.
Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. When you look at the wings itself, look at how on that one wing, you can kind of see almost like some wing damage. Like where the light is kind of like hitting it, like the wing isn't perfect. And the way that they shaded this to add these like pieces of gray into the black to kind of give it like some age, like, you know, because with all animals, is every animal like perfect pristine? No. So that's where this is like for me really exciting, because a lot of times you kind of see these Pokemon and they're flawless, you know, but like this is like showing some imperfections, like the differentiation in the coloring. Like look at how some of the greens are more muted. I mean, it's so good. It's so good. And this shows you how important those art contests are, because without that art contest, we would have never had. The Cerulege, I think, is a 10 out of 10 as well. Who's the artist on the Cerulege?
It says Rond.
ROND.
Cerulege just reminds me of Scyther, but blue and on fire and ghost type. And it has armor instead of being a bug.
So Rond is a new artist. They've done 2 other cards. They've done Deerling, uncommon, and they did that absolutely stunning Lampent card. I think in English it's like in Twilight Masquerade.
Common?
But it was just, yeah, it was an uncommon or a common. Was it a common? Yeah, it's a common in English. I'm not sure about Japanese.
Clampent.
The Lampent could have been a
combining your
AR
names.
in my.
I may or may not have combined it. It's a Twilight Masquerade.
Yeah.
This card.
Yeah, so good.
Very similar.
Yeah, the same similar kind of like watercolor, like kinds of look to it. Where I think that the Ceruledge really shines is I think they could have done a whole bunch of dynamic poses, you know, because Ceruledge, but if you look at all of his commons and uncommons, there's a lot of like that kind of very dynamic pose. I think what's really great about this, because it's just solitary, it kind of gives his whole design a kind of like chance to shine. Like that's really your focus. And the gradients on this are just nuts. Like just absolutely nuts. Like on the swords, that blue bleeding into that dark purple, but then you go back to the blue, then you go into the mauve, then white.
Right.
It to me, it's just nuts. It's
Right.
just
Right.
nuts. And I know a lot of that's a chase card for a lot of people. And it's one that I agree that is um a very, very strong art. A lot of times just because my aesthetics are different, I see a lot of people that, are chasing these AR, I think are kind of like, oh, okay. But this is one I think that's a very strong art.
I dig it. I dig it. All right, what we got next? What we got next? Ooh, Phoebus combo with the Milotic. Where art thou, Milotic? Is it that far down? No. Oh, yes, right there.
So what is the artist on this is Kuroi Mori.
Yeah.
So Kuroi means black and Mori means forest. So Kuroi Mori is a manga artist. She has plenty of awards for different shoujo manga. Um, the Phoebus, and then eventually later when you get to the Milotic, these are, in my opinion, like the type of art that I like to see because it's like extremely professional. The shading's unmatched, the coloring. A lot of people are talking about, oh, I wish that the water wasn't muddied. The muddied water adds 100% to the story of the card. Because Phoebus is like an ugly Pokemon. And when it evolves with high beauty, it becomes Milotic. So the brown, green, muddied, swampy water adds to that story of an ugly Pokemon in an ugly environment. And it's looking up to seeing the potential that it has to be something beautiful like Milotic. This kind of art it's the same artist that did the Gardevoir SAR from Shiny Treasures, which is I think one of just the best Gardevoir cards that there is. I think it's potentially one of the best arts that there is from aesthetics that I have. But I don't know. For me, it's there's nothing that it could have been improved on it. It's everything that I wanted. It's like the fantasy. Her kind of style is like this deep fantasy, like really good storytelling. She has really good ability to make you feel temperatures based on her art. She chooses these palettes where it feels cold. You can feel that it's wet. Like I don't know, it gives you this feeling. But then there's like this bit of warmth that you're getting that's from like the rays of light. It's just perfect. I couldn't have asked for anything better.
Well, Jacob over here mentions that he's going to go heavy on pre orders for SV08. Well, I say heavy, maybe not two some, but 5 cases of booster boxes and 3 cases of Pokemon Center ETB. It's impressive. I like it. I think it's gonna be a popular set. People aren't really hype about Surging Sparks. That's the same thing that they said about Twilight Masquerade. And of course, I'm not an expert. I'm just a rookie, but it's very interesting to see. And in a few days, we'll
Yeah.
see what happens with the Japanese side of people going crazy for Pikachu. It's Pikachu. But yeah, the Milotic and the Phoebus, those remind me of like, as cliche as it sounds, started from the bottom and then getting to the top, which is Milotic. That's kind of like transition
Mm.
connecting art. So it's going from bottom to top, literally and figuratively. It's Phoebus. likes that
Yeah.
dirty underwater muddy area, and then
Yeah,
Milotic, like I
it's
need it to
and
be
then I like with the contrast for the Milotic is it's like really blown out by the light. Like it's like this very harsh, like extreme light. It's just I don't know. For me, it's just like unbelievable. I love Milotic, but this type of art for me is like what I hope for in like most of the types of cards. I know a lot of people like, the funnier, lighthearted cards. There's plenty of those that I love as later one that I really like. But in general, um that's what I feel like. Um I mean, yeah, we could rank we can Jacob's
here's this.
asking, can you all rate current S and V sets from best to worst in y'all's opinion?
You can start.
That's hard because it's
You're
like
you
my
had to.
ranking of English to Japanese,
Yeah, it's true.
and mine would probably be very,
Subjective, very subjective.
very. Um,
Biased.
Let me think. Let me look at a list.
All right, well, you do that. I'll
Let
go
me look
first.
at a list. It's hard for me to do English sets,
English.
but
English is probably easy. I mean, everyone loves 151. That's probably like the top set right now. But is it based off value, or do people really like it? Is it just good for casuals? I don't know. So I'll definitely say 151 is up there. Palde Evolved is another good one that has a lot of cards in it. I think Palde Evolved is very similar with Twilight Masquerade, but not really at the same time. Because Twilight Masquerade only combined 2 sets, right? No.
yeah, 2 sets.
When do we have another set that combined 3 sets since Palde Evolved? Nothing, right? I don't think. Every subsequent Japanese
Yeah, I
set
don't.
that's
I
been
don't.
it's only been 2 sets in
Yeah,
English, right? So it's hard to compare Palde Evolved with other
yeah,
sets because it's not really fair.
yeah,
Because Palde literally has 3 Japanese sets inside of one, which is just diabolical.
yeah.
So yeah,
So, I mean, if I were to look at ranking the sets, so the way that I rank a set is different than the way other people rank a set. There may be a set that has like some really amazing arts, like some great arts, like Paldean Fates. So Paldean Fates for me has some stunning art. The Gardevoir, the Charizard. I love Charizard, and I'm not even a Charizard stan. The Penny, the Arven, the Nemo SARs are all top notch. But for me, Paldean Fates would probably be for me the worst set of the era because I personally am not a fan of like shiny sets. Even though like I'm obsessed with like the Lechonk baby shiny, the Dolliv, the Smoliv, the Ralts, and the Curlia. But overall, there's a lack of those special arts. And you essentially have a set of a lot of recolors. That's pretty much how they do shiny sets is they just like take the full art Skeledirge or the full art, whatever, and they just like recolor it. So I would say that Paldean Fates for me is probably the worst. Um, Everyone will disagree, but second worst for me would be 151. There are SARs in the set that are very, very strong. The Giovanni is great. The Zapdos is great. Blastoise, Venusaur is all great. But from a set standpoint, when you even look at the commons, I look at all the commons, I look at everything before I say a set is good. The commons in 151 are extremely lackluster. They took an approach where they debuted a ton of new artists in that set. When a new artist comes in, generally their first cards are not always their greatest cards because they're getting used to the parameters that the Pokemon Company, is giving them. They're needing to learn the Pokemon Company's art direction. Like, what are they going for? What are they looking for? So to start off a set like that with a lot of like new artists, a lot of the commons and uncommons feel extremely basic to me. with the evolution lines, the one artist would do the whole evolution line as well. We don't know what their timetable was for that. We don't know how long they were given to come up with those arts, but you can kind of tell that the arts of a line where it's like maybe a smaller line, like Ratatat and Raticate, or like the Jigglypuff and the Wigglytuff, are much better arts than some of the lines where the Pokemon have more than two arts, like three arts, because maybe they were had a deadline, they could put as much work into some of the arts. But that's my opinion. I know a lot of people like have the nostalgia factor for, you know, for 151. I grew up with the Kanto Pokemon, but they're not my favorite. It's my least favorite of the generations. So, that's something that someone's always going to disagree, with me on. Um, After that, it's hard for me. I feel like maybe Shrouded Fable. There's great arts in Shrouded Fable, but for me, I felt like Night Wander art rares, which is Shrouded Fables, essentially Night Wander, were not as exciting for me as like some of the other sets, even though I love like the Ogie Dogie SAR, etc. Um, what else do we have? Obsidian Flames. Obsidian Flames has so many good cards. I know a lot of people don't like it because it's small. So Obsidian Flames, in terms of art, is actually probably one of the top for me. The Gita is one of my favorite cards of all time. The Poppy is insane. The Cleffa is insane. The Ninetales, the Lechonk. There's just so much good art in those sets.
Not to cut you off, but I also want to refix. There was another set that combined three sets. It was Raging Surf, Ancient Roar, and Future Flash, which was Temporal Forces. Forgot about that one.
Or Paradox.
Yeah.
I think Paradox.
Paradox.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Paradox. Not Temporal Forces. That's
yeah, Paradox. Yeah. Yeah, then it just gets hard for me. Like Stellar Crown has a lot of great art. Paldea Evolved has a lot of great arts. I probably wouldn't, for me personally, put Paldea Evolved as high as maybe other people do. I do like the Iono. The Grusha, I think, is one of the best trainer SARs that has come out. But the starter lines, like the Quaquaval, the Meowscarada, they're okay. The Skeledirge, I feel like much better. The Tinkaton art is great. It's kind of like, for me, a mixed bag. I don't think there's anything bad in that set. The Magikarp isn't as exciting to me as other people because I'm not interested in the value aspect.
Everyone loves Shinji Kanda, bro. All about that.
I loved Paradox Rift. Temporal Forces, I would feel like, is probably below Paradox Rift for me. I know it's really hard. Scarlet and Violet base has so many great cards. The Gardevoir Evil line, the Great Tusk, the Arven, the Miriam. There's just so much good art in there. So many good commons in that set.
Gardevoir Evil
it's
line probably top 3 evolution line for this era. At least in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's so cheap.
But I'm very biased. So my top set for, I guess, for English would be Twilight Masquerade. I love Ogerpon. But the thing that is so good about those sets is the cohesiveness of the artworks. It's very rare now because there's so many different artists. They all kind of do their own thing. The art direction, specifically for Mask of Change, was very specific, like festival. So there's so many cards, like, the Diplins and like the Slurpuff. There's just so many of the cards were like festival themed, and it really made the set feel kind of like you're being transported, into like that Kitakami, like that night festival. I I like Ogrepon, so all of the Ogrepon cards are like 10 out of 10 for me. The Kieran is also for me one of the best trainer SARs, and I like Carmine much more than Kieran as a character, but the Kieran SAR gave me everything that I wanted in like that festival feel. Like there's the masks in the back, the lighting, the candy apples, like the direction that they went with that was more exciting to me than the Carmine, which is just her, senpai, share this yakisoba with me. So, you know, you see the booths, you see the different masks, the candy apple, the games, it just felt more exciting to me. But I still do love the Carmine. It's just the Kieran for me is like really hard to beat in general. And Crimson Haze in itself, which is the other half of Twilight Masquerade, the Perrin connecting with the Hisuian Growlithe, 10 out of 10. The the Ursaluna, great artwork. Like very, very good art. The Sinestia in person, the texture, absolutely nuts. 10 out of 10. It tells a story with the evil line, with the Poltergeist. I would say the weakest card in that set would probably be the Lana. It's just not my style. Even the Greninja, and the Greninja is like, it's like I have a love-hate relationship. I hate Greninja as a Pokemon, but this art undeniably is good. Is it as good as the English market says that it is? No. It's not that good. But in Japanese with the texturing is nuts. And yeah, the colors for me are vibrant. That I love a good vibrant card, but is it like the best card of the era that they're trying to make it? No. I don't think so.
Everyone has their own opinions. What are you gonna do?
I think what's driving it is just the value, because I remember everyone hated it at first.
What about this guy?
But
this card.
Now they're loving it.
What about this little mouse?
We can't talk about the Pikachu yet. Where were you? We were at the spiel, right? The spiel.
Yeah, I love this card. This
card. Yeah, the spiel, a great artwork. Yeah, it's. I think it's everything that people would have wanted in a spiel art. The circles, like if it's not a circle, we don't want it, right? Like it just needs to be circular. The upside down, the falling in the water, the one that's on its back with its eyes closed, the one that's just sideways waiting in the water. It's just we love about spiel is it like it feels like there's nothing going on up there in that brain. It just it's just
need a round boy,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's really good. And what I was like thinking about this art is who did this art?
Let's see. Miki Kudo. Probably something.
Miki Kudo?
Yeah. Also, I think the Jasmine is the same as the Cramorant AR as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Spiel is actually the same artist as Charizard and Charmander and Charmeleon.
It is. Yeah, that's what I was like just thinking about.
Uh-oh.
So this will make their I guess technically the Charizard line, that's 3 cards, so this will be technically their fourth special card. See, they debuted in the TCG a long time ago. A
Generations.
long time ago. Yeah, so Generations. So if you think about Generations, then there was Steam Siege, and then it was like Sun and Moon, all that kind of stuff. They had never done a special card before. They'd never done a special card before. So the Charmander, Charmeleon, the Charizard was like their first debut at doing a special card. And that's kind of like what I was talking about, where I feel like 151 really suffers, is like they gave all these newer artists, even though they're not a newer artist, but it was like their first time doing a higher rarity, like a new like opportunity to do different cards, where I think that they've improved since the Charizard line, because I think the problem with that line is that the focus was not the Pokemon. It was like the background. It was the canyon. That was like the focus. But what's good about the spiel is they've kind of like now focused in on the Pokemon, and they've kind of told more of a story, and like given it more of a vibe. But I also like that this art looks very similar almost to the Satitan. So if people remember the Satitan's like looking down and then there's Waylord, this could be like just a little bit over from where those Waylord are, just the next patch over could be, the like the spiel,
This is like
you
that.
know.
This is like the conversation that we have where we think like cards are connecting to other cards, like
Yeah.
individually.
So the reason that that's like happening, with some of these cards, is because we're still in the DLC type of card sets. So the ice cards are really in the ice biome. And the way that the ice biome set up, it's like big, tall peak. And then once you kind of get to the bottom area, it's like these, kind of broken up areas with stuff like that. So they're giving them all this information, this is what the landscape's like. So you are going to see some similarities in art because they're designing cards for the same area, which is the terrarium.
The only thing is, I wish
But
that
it's a
when they made
nice,
the set, it would be one theme throughout, but it's all
yeah,
sprinkles all over the
yeah.
place.
So Paradise Dragona did a pretty good job with it mostly being the like the beach
Tropical,
biome,
yeah.
but
Not really
I
dragon
feel
forest.
like they should have done a set for each biome. So it would have been Lacey, and Lacey should have been in Paradise Dragona. Then they should have done an ice set, which would have been like Drayden would have been in the ice area because that's where his like little hub is. Um, we should have had a Savannah set, which would have been like Crispin. And then in the Savannah sets, kind of like like a lot of like grass Pokemon, ground type Pokemon, things like that. And then there would have been a mountain biome, which would have been Amaris. It would have been like Scythor and Scizor and Cleaver
I
and
like I said, Scyther.
like all those types of Pokemon
Yeah.
would have been in like that biome. It would have helped to make it more cohesive, but you know,
Yeah, it is what it is.
they're
Pokemon
gonna
does
do what
whatever
they
they
want.
want. Yep. Alright, so we're moving on to the next part. After Spiel.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. Not really my thing, but it has have a resemblance to like Latios and Latias with the horizon. It's kind of cool. I like it. It's not terrible though. Is it my cup of tea though? Eh. I think the problem is when you draw last evolution of
Haiganosuke, right?
Pokemon, and if it's big in size, it's hard to depict it as a group. So many last evolution Pokemon just cool pose and add colors. Bleak Mission has a good point. Can I be your response?
Um, yeah, I get that. Makes sense. This Mesprit card, I think it's really good. Is it like
Groundbreaking?
one of the top ARs in there? No. Um, I do enjoy some of this artist's works more than their others. Like I let the Sleepy Tyranitar is the same artist. The Sleepy Tyranitar I do not like. It's not an art that I like, but this one I like because it feels a lot of times this artist kind of does these kinds of like there's some humor. They do a lot of like sleeping type cards. Um this I kind of like is a departure from like the more humorous type of card. It's more serene. It's lake acuity. I wish they would have made all of the lake trio ARs that combined.
Oh, you
Like
mean
how
like
I
the
think the
three?
commons and uncommon.
Okay, I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Okay, you're talking about the other two of these. You want them connecting.
Yeah.
Where are they? Where are they?
Yuxi and Azelf. The
Okay.
way that he did the commons where they like are all connecting, um,
Yeah.
or like I wish they would have done that with the ARs because it kind of would have made it more special.
I mean,
And I think
technically they
more
did that with
desirable.
Latias and Latios, though, right? So I don't know if they would repeat the same type of art frame for another Pokemon.
I think people like that though,
The same thing over and
and
over
it
again.
adds to collectability. Like,
Yeah.
if you have one, people want more.
I don't know. Bleak Mission also talked about like with me and him like the thematics of a set. It just feels like it kind of like doesn't like you were saying like there's no ice theme or sand theme or tropical theme. It's just combining two fusion type of themes and then making it try to work. But I
Yeah.
mean, we're not even halfway done with the electric breaker, right? We have like what still Fanfi. Like if you look at all the art
Yeah.
rares as a whole, it kind of feels all over the place. I mean, obviously
Yeah,
some
and
of
it
it
is.
is.
Yeah, it is. And that's why I like Mask of Change so much because everything together is more cohesive. I would prefer
Biased
if they
answer.
did sets that were more cohesive.
I'm listening. I'm
Huh?
just doing it. I'm just saying you're biased, but I'm also doing eBay listings at the same time. So I'm listening. Mr. Biased on Max Change over
Well, I
biased.
am biased, but if you look at the cards, like
Yeah.
they're most of them are all festival theme.
Right. Exactly.
Where yes, you can see that this is quite random. It's just different Pokemon, kind of like in the set, but the artwork is still good. It's just I think that would be like push it to the next level is great art like they're doing and then like cohesive sets. I think it would feel more special, more meaningful, I guess.
I mean, I love the fan feed, but does it fit? I don't know. Alolan Doug
Yeah, see
Trio should have
the fan fees in the Savannah biome.
right. No, Alolan Doug Trio should have been in Paradise Dragona, right?
Yes, it should have because it's in the
But they put
like the
Skarmory.
ocean biome.
I like Skarmory, but still, like they could have easily just switched Pokemon, but they didn't do it.
Hmm.
Silly, silly, silly.
But
Doug
yeah, the
Trio has
fan fee I
skills.
feel like is a really good art. Once again, it's like one of those cutesier, sillier arts, but it's like this, it works. It's like the mom, the dad, the little fan fee. It's still telling a story. The lighting is really strong, even though it's like a more simplistic art style. I think when the art is like this where it's like more simplistic, not as detailed, if the lighting is really strong, um then That's like really helps to push it over the edge. Look at Jay. Doug Trio is gross. Don't listen to him. Jay can say all he wants that the Doug Trio's gross or it's bad, but at the end of the day, who won? I won. Because did anyone think that that Pokemon would get an AR? But the voodoo magic that I'm doing behind the scenes to secure pretty much everything that I want is favoring me.
Yeah, we know that your favorite year of Scarlet and Violet is 2024. There is no other type of like year that can ever top 2024 for you. I think, in my opinion,
Oh,
you got literally
Raid.
everything you wanted. Ooh,
True.
Dark Trio rating coming. Oh, okay, awesome.
But yeah, I think the fan fee's good. I think it's a really really
I don't
good
know if you
art.
sold out on Disney, but I bought 2 packs. Oh, nice. I honestly, I haven't even. No one's told me anything. You're the first person to tell me something. I've just literally been hanging out with CLAMPFAN, working on eBay listings. So let me check. I got someone said ooh, Jay's Corner Enchanted. I like it. I got you down for 2 packs. Enchanted. Hey man, it's out of my hands. It's out of my hands. Let me just write this down before I forget. Sorry, go ahead, Clamp. You were saying 2024 is your year because Pokemon seems to love you.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens in 2025.
Yeah, I
See now, Bilal, now you have to go to the Doug trio
oh yeah, she goes
and just leave it on the screen for everyone. Just leave it on the screen for everybody.
Should I zoom in? Should we just ultra zoom in?
Yeah. Okay. So clearly the chase card of the set. Clearly the chase card of the set. I don't care what anyone says. It's so unhinged. It's so crazy. The wigs, the setting on the side of the hill, it's like nuts. It's nuts. And like people love humor, like people love Wiglet, and Bug Trio and all that, But how can we not love the Alolan Bug Trio? The majestic blonde wig. Like it's just who thought of that? Someone at Pokemon, they had a meeting and we're like, Doug Trio, but blonde wigs. Yes. Like, how can we not be obsessed?
Oh, what is that noise? No one subscribed. Oh, Adam Marcus. What's up, Adam Marcus? Thanks for subscribing. I forgot how loud that noise is. Caressy? Thanks for subscribing. Nobody else subscribe, please. I don't want to hear that noise. I'm just kidding. Do whatever you want. Alright, so I got Jay for 2 Lorcana packs. Alright. That's 2 out of 24. Thanks for buying in, Jay. And thank you for all the raiders. Who we got? We got Adam Marcus, Lori, Marvel, Cardboard Robot. Thanks for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. Taylor. What's going on, Taylor? I subbed and it didn't make that noise. Oh, just give it a minute. It'll come through. It'll come through. I wonder why I didn't make that noise, to be honest. But yeah, if you're just popping in, we're just talking about the art in the new set and also trying to get a Lorcana box break going on. So currently we have, and yes, ClanFan, I'm not a ripping shit. I'm just doing a box break for the first chapter. So if anybody wants, just let me know, either by DM or, just check out the description. But yes, I'm not a ripping shit. It's just for fun. All right, back to the Alolan Doug trio. Your Lord and Savior, ClanFan.
Yeah, I mean, it's stunning. There's nothing better. Literally nothing better. And it's just nuts because Bilal knows this, Krantz knows this. I talk to them all the time and I say these crazy things like, when am I gonna get an Alolan Doug Trio AR? You know, just like so random. And then it's like you just go to sleep and then you wake up in the morning and then it's like, there it is. And it's like I didn't even see it coming. I was literally just like, you know, just like give us an Alolan Doug Trio, and there it is. So, yeah.
Got some fighting
Whoa,
words for
whoa,
Ricky.
whoa,
Got some fighting words.
whoa, whoa, whoa. I mean,
Ori.
a lot of people like it.
Yeah, we just chilling tonight. Yeah, we just chilling. Don't sweat it. Yeah, if anyone wants to pop in for lorcana packs, then please do not feel pressured at all. I just was like trying to think of something different with the lorcana packs, because yeah, every day this thing whispers at me. It's like, open me. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Should we go back to the Jasmine? You had like a whole 50-minute rant about her.
No, no, we don't need another my rant
Uh,
about the Jasmine.
what about
Kecleon.
Kecleon?
Kecleon is so good. Kecleon's a Pokemon that never gets a lot of like love. I think this is the perfect art for it. The different Kecleons, like the different colors, like blending into the background. Really, really good art. Really unexpected. Even the common, the Shinji Kanda one, would have made a really good AR. But I'm really happy with that. I'm excited to get that. The tongue is just hilarious. Just very good. Who's the artist on this?
Artist name is Moriyu. I think she's done something. Check.
Let me see.
We all hear you typing on.
Doo-doo.
Yes, they did the Lily.
Okay, yeah. The Laleep, very good.
But yeah, I mean, Bleak Mission's right though. If you
The
make the
Lal-
Pokemon too big, it takes up all the space and it's just basically a full art. So I kind of like Pokemon like smaller or like showing some depiction of the story. But yeah, the Kecleon's alright. It's not the worst. It's not the best, but I like the different types of Kecleons around. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
what I liked about the Laleep is I felt like it was a type of artwork that we had not seen. Like I can't really think of another art that the Laleep looked like. Um so that's where that's why I'd like that color, that card. I'd like the muted color palette. I like that they used like a max of like 4 colors to do it. Um you also just never really see Laleep, you know, like get a special card or anything like that. So, you know, I enjoyed that one. And I like the Kecleon as well. I think they have like a unique like eye for the way that they do their art. They kind of like have like a maximalist approach to their art. Like there's a lot going on so that everywhere you kind of um there's like something else that you're discovering, like, you know, how many Kecleon are in there, you know, for the different Kecleon.
Yeah, I can see that. But I mean, as Jay stated, Leap is apparently mid. You gonna take that, Clamp? You gonna take that?
It's okay.
Clamp and I never get along, says Jay. Lily greater than Gardevoir, says Ricky. I'm just kidding. Oh, he's big mad. Yeah, when Clamp says stay quiet, he's just like, nah.
Always mad 24/7.
Alright. Should we do
But
the big one this time, or you want to skip?
so how many ARs does that leave? That leaves two. So a lot of people haven't heard me talk about this, but everyone's been dragging me through, not believing me that Petrant AR
Yeah.
that we were getting from that Shrouded Fables ETB is in this set. But I think it's pretty much confirmed now. Those like Japanese Twitters had like confirmed that Petrant is in this set. Everyone forgot about it, and I was like, it was either going to be in another set or it was going to be in like the next high class set. But the regular card that Shrouded Fable had gotten, the 3-pack blister, is in this set, and that card is the exact same card as this. It's just this is the alternate art. So it's a little bit disappointing for the I guess the English Pokemon collectors, because it's kind of like we've already seen this card. But it was just a matter of time before it needed to be in a set.
It's pretty mid. Am I right, guys? Am I right, everybody? That's good.
I think the art is good, but is it spectacular? No. I don't think it's like a spectacular
It's pretty sick.
art, but I do like the backgrounds, like the overall shading, but it's not. I don't think it's like very memorable.
Controversial opinion: this Petrant AR is better than the SAR.
Um,
I'm just saying.
I think the AR is better than the SAR.
Ooh.
I think so. Here's my stance on those. I feel like the AR is better than this SAR. The Ogie Dogie SAR is better than the Ogie Dogie AR, even though it's a Igawa card. The Monkey Dory AR is like a next level, like absolutely stunning, like 10 out of 10, like Tezudo art that, every time Tezudo draws something, it's just like stunning. And then I like the Pheasantipity SAR more than the AR.
Pheasantipity is definitely an interesting artwork, to be honest. Why is this card not becoming larger than life? I'll never understand. There we go. Alright. Talk about it. Hydreigon SAR that everyone seems to be going crazy for. Is this under my face? It is under my face.
Mhm.
God damn it.
Well, I mean, I've heard mixed reviews. I like it. Igawa is an artist that I think is like, a peak artist. For me, almost everything that they do, I like. Hydreigon, not a Pokemon that I like very much or care very much about, but I think that this art is really great. I think that it's a departure from the normal, where I feel like they generally all look the same. This Pokemon and like Altaria and Flygon are like these Pokemon that, and it's like funny enough, they're all dragon type Pokemon. They like suffer from this. They get the same art in almost every card. That's why the Altaria SAR was so good, because they like finally gave it kind of like a very different art. But if you look at every other Altaria card, it's like the same pose in the same direction, no matter if it was like in XY, black and white, whenever. So I appreciate this because it's like very different pose than I'd seen before.
Makes sense. I do not like. It's okay. Like I have no opinion about this card at all. Looks good for people. That's all I got. There's only one card I'm looking for.
Yeah, I didn't think that this Pokemon would be included in here. I like this art, but even if I like an art, for me it's not like I'm not shaking over it. Like the melodic or any of those other, like, that I'm like desperate for. This is nice. I do want it. But it's like I'm not desperate.
trying to find the card and not have to go through trials and tribulations. So I like this card a lot, but you know, I'm sure you're like, it's alright. There we go. I got the card. The card is here.
The Magneton.
Bruh. It's like
So I
what
like the
everyone loves.
Magneton. I think it's a good art, but I know everyone loves like a Shinji Kanda. Um, they're not one of my favorite artists. I appreciate what they do. I think it looks good. I think if this card was not in the ETB, I think people would be like losing their minds over.
But yeah, that's probably like one of the good ARs that will be great for inventory. At least for me. To like
Yeah, especially if you like get the stamped one.
everybody's going crazy for the stamps. We saw Charmander.
Yeah.
But a lot of it's just,
So yeah, I definitely think
there's a lot of
it's a
research
good
involved.
one. Is this better than the Magikarp?
I don't know. What do you think?
I think most people would say yes because of the value. I have to see it in person because the Magikarp in Japanese, because I don't think I've ever seen one in English. I don't think
I
I've ever
think
looked
it's
at one in English. But in
I think
Japanese, the foil looks different than some of the other AR to me.
it's probably gonna come down
I
to
think it's the shine.
if the card itself is gonna be like hard to grade to get into 10, you know, it's gonna be those kind of factors, I think. Because that's what it came down to
Hmm.
for like Magikarp, even though the price is obnoxious from the Japanese, it's just like 1/3 or 1/4 of the price, but yeah.
Hmm.
But for Magneton, it has the Pokemon stamp too, so we saw what happened with Charmander, because Charmander, I think the quality control for Charmander was a lot crappier, and then for Magneton, it might be a little bit better quality because they put like
Hmm.
those promos in the little like sleeve
Hmm.
holders. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see what
We'll
happens.
see if they did it again
Well, they did it with
because there
Noctowl,
was
right?
like a lot of backlash over the Noctowl.
What? Why?
Um, a lot of people hated it because they like to keep them sealed, and now it has to be sealed like with extra stuff in there. And some people, some people like to grade the sealed card. I don't know how PSA, like, are they grading that one sealed? Are they not? Because there's like dividers in it. I'm not sure.
Sorry, I'm just reading what Ricky's wrote. I like the Pokemon. Is this Hydreigon? Wait, Ricky, is Charizard your favorite Pokemon?
Value is Ricky's favorite Pokemon. Value.
It's all about the Benjamins.
But yeah, I think it's good. I just need to see it in person to decide if I like this more than the Magikarp or if I like the Magikarp more. Because I feel like the hollow of the AR made the rainbow kind of like feel like it's changing color. Um, so I'm just curious how this will look.
Can we talk about the elephant in the room? Or I guess there a mouse in the room.
The mouse.
The
Oh,
mouse in the
the
room.
the Pikachu.
Should we talk about the mouse in the room? Where's the mouse? I'm like trying to find the mouse. I didn't prep this.
I think it'll be in there like the card reveals.
I kind of wish Pokebeach had more of a numerical system rather than just going down, but yeah, it is what
I
it
wish
is.
Poke Beach was like loaded most of the time.
Loaded. That's funny. But yeah, what are we at? What are we thinking?
Yeah, the as Jay says, the Lizia SAR is 10 out of 10. But it's also because that artist is like very professional, is doing arts for like major games, the worldwide, etc., etc. But people who pull that, especially you, Jay, do not get rid of it, do not sell it, do not make it a bounty because it's a card that if you grade it and it does well and you hold it, it will be a card in the future that will be absolutely insane. There's there are certain trainers, Marnie, Erica, Lizia, um, that are just very sought after, you know? And the Erica from like tag team and all that, it took a big dip, when the market was kind of dipping. But there was a point where like the tag All Stars Erica in a PSA 10 was like $3,000.
Good times. Good times.
So when the market goes back up, those like very sought after trainers, when they're not going to be as around, they're not going to be around like maybe some of the English ones will, because English generally is still printed more than Japanese. The value is just for people that are into that. But I see sometimes people when they're like getting Erica Japanese in a PSA 10, they were just kind of like getting rid of it real quickly. And it's kind of like, no, like I know it doesn't seem crazy right now, because we're getting so many 151 reprints that are like, tanking the market. Once it's gone and it's been several years, the Erica.
Clamp, your thing cut out. Can't hear you. Did your phone die? Did your
Oh,
laptop die? Paul.
hold on.
Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back after these technical difficulties. CLAMPFAN's going through a tunnel. That profit was going to go straight into my 401k. All right, all right. Something fantastical.
Okay. Testing. Is that better now? Did it work
Yeah,
now?
you're good to go.
Yeah. Discord doesn't always love me. But moral of the story is don't get rid of your Lizias. Like keep them.
Now, don't listen to Clamp. Sell, sell, sell. Where the face clam at, Clampy, says Jay.
Not gonna
Clamp,
get any face cam
Clamp doesn't
from
do
me.
face cam. He just does voice.
So the main reason that I like don't do a face cam is my internet is so bad. I live literally feet from the ocean, so I have like no cell phone service. Like we can't get like really crazy internet. So if I was running a face cam, Discord, and on YouTube, there's just no way. My internet already hates me enough and Bilal will tell you, he's like, oh, you're cutting out like on Discord because it's just so bad. It's
You
just
had to
so
turn
bad.
it
I
up.
literally would need to move somewhere else
Yo,
to
just come
be
to
able
Oakland,
to
bro.
even have it handle. Yeah, we're not going to Oakland.
If you want your car jacked, just let me know, bro.
Not the Starlink. Not the Starlink.
So it's good to make Clamp fan laugh. But yeah, we're back on the peak sheet now. What we thinking? What we thinking?
Um, so okay, Ghidorah as an artist for trainers, one of the best that there is. For Pokemon, it's like it just depends. Like it's hit or miss for me. Like when Ghidorah did what the Screamtail AR, that for me was like a 10 out of 10. This I don't feel is like their best work. I feel it's another card. Have to see it in person because the texture, coloring may be different, but I think it's okay. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's great. Um, it's okay. I really don't. I feel like there's not much to say about it. It's just like it's just stellar Pikachu.
It's Pikachu. I have a feeling I'm gonna like it a lot more in person. I think in person is really gonna be good. I just texted
Yeah,
Elon and he said he
I
can have
think
you set it by tomorrow.
the the texture on the Terra cards and even some of the non-Terra cards, they really help to change, you know, how the card feels like a lot of people do not like the Archelodon SAR because they say that it feels just like, a full art. And it does look like a full art, and in person it looks like a full art, but seeing the texture that were on the rocks and like on the background and how they like textured the body of the Pokemon, it makes it better than what it looks like. So I liked it more. Is it still one of my favorites? No, but I can say that it's way better in person because of the texturing that makes it look a little bit more 3D.
I think it's more about like you saying that small little butt kind of just says like it's not gonna make the case that it's a great card. It's just kind of like meh, meh. Is it a playable card though? I forget.
Yeah, it's true. I feel like if for this Pikachu, if the texture is really crazy, that's cool. But yeah, I think it's just gonna be like an okay. But because then there's other cards that the art's crazy and then the texture's crazy, like the Alolan Executor from Paradise Dragona. The art's already crazy, and then you see the texture and you like want to throw up because it's just like, why? How come this is so nuts? Like they just went so nuts with this, but some of these other ones they don't. Like when Krantz pulled it, he was like, you know,
I don't
like you
know.
can't even see how crazy the texture is in the picture. In person,
Here,
it's like the Tapu Koko.
let me show you real quick because the texture is literally the same thing that we've gotten since Sword and Shield. Let me and no, this isn't me just flexing. I'm just sharing card. If I can find it.
Ricky, I've been asking Bilal and I've been asking other people if they feel like the Pikachu is going to be like the number one card in the set, because generally what I see is that people do not like it. What I've heard on other people's streamers, like watching Chris Pie, his audience, they were generally like do not like the Pikachu, but they love the Latios. So will the Latios be the number one card? Will the Pikachu like kind of like, I feel like it'll still be, maybe in the top five, but is it going to be like the value card where I kind of feel like the Latios may be that card in English because of the collectability of there's two cards to connect. Um, ARs aren't as easy to pull in English as they are in Japanese. um, we don't know the pull rates for Surging Sparks yet. It could be horrifying. It could be easy. Who knows?
All right, so I got the card. Also,
Me,
clamp.
and I would agree with Ricky saying it depends on how easy it is to pull. But I feel like the Charizard from 151 is the most common SIR to be pulled, but it's the number one card in the set. Or the Squirtle that's in Stellar Crown. I've seen like people pull like Squirtle every box. Guaranteed, if you're Kangas Krantz, guaranteed Squirtle in every box, but it's still like $50.
But you have to realize though that's a popular Pokemon. It's Squirtle. It's Bulbasaur. Like, come on. If Charmander was in the set, Charmander would literally be doing the same shit.
But it makes it feel manipulated
Okay, well, welcome to the world,
because
bro.
why is the card, if
So,
it's easy to pull, if generally things that are easy to pull are cheaper,
so the texture
why
for
is
the
something
Alolan Executor is literally the same thing for the Leafeon. Like if you look at the background, it's the
Yeah,
same texture. So it's not like they're groundbreaking with
yeah.
bringing texture.
I
Jay,
just they don't use that texture as much. I feel like they like pick these random cards.
Jay, what the hell? Can I have them? It scared my dog to getting waking up. He's going back to sleep. All right.
Well, Jay, you actually could buy that from him. What? Bilal will sell anything.
I mean, it actually is for sale. It's my double. But yeah, the texture is exactly the same with the Alolan Executor. There's no difference. And I would argue that Leafeon's more popular than Alolan Executor.
Well, yes, Leafeon is more popular than Alolan Executor, but I think that the Alolan Executor art is better than the Leafeon. See, that's where I was kind of saying with like Haigunosuke. There's some art that I really like of his, and then there's some that's like not very exciting. The Leafeon is one of the EV Max cards that I don't have that I don't feel bad about not having. Same with the Glaceon, but the Glaceon's a different artist. But if I never got the Glaceon, I wouldn't like lose sleep over it.
All right, well, that's a completely different conversation. Let's not dive into that. Okay. We're not about to have that conversation right now. It is 11:12 at night. But yeah, Pikachu is going to be Pikachu. Pikachu's going to do what Pikachu does. And if
I'm curious what the price in Japanese will be.
uh, 2 to 300, just random guess based on statistical data that I am making up. I don't know. What was vintage? What was Japanese? What was it? Something Volt? Whatever the Japanese version of
Tag Bolt?
Tag Bolt? Is it Tag Bolt?
Oh, or was Tag Bolt? I think
Japanese.
Tag Bolt was like Sun and Moon.
Amazing Bolt tackle. What was the price for that? Could be similar
For
to
the
this.
Rainbow Pikachu?
I see you doing Duolingo.
I know I have to. I'm like, it's late. I forgot.
Pikachu is not my favorite, but I still want it. I think a lot of people will have that mindset with it. It is true. Who's more popular, Pikachu or Charizard? It's Pikachu. There is no contest. If we're talking about TCG, then yeah, I guess you have an argument for base set Zard, but base set Zard is not the only card. I'm capping myself at 50 boxes of Surging Sparks. Anything more? I think 50 boxes is excessive, bro. But hey, do you, boo boo? Do you? I don't know if I could not do 50 boxes. I could do like maybe one box. That's crazy.
Wow, Ricky's getting in.
Just order a box of this set from my shop.
Well, Ricky, if you pull any of those trainers and I don't pull them, don't give it away because I'll buy it.
It's got a good point. You're a snitch. How is he is it really a snitch if he's
As I
the
say,
one?
I'm always queuing, always queuing.
Secret is safe with me. Alright, so it does look like nobody else is buying into Lorcana, so maybe we should call it, or do you have something that you want to talk about, Clint? Because I finished all my eBay listings. I'm all set for tonight.
Well, it's up to you.
Should we say hi to the dogs?
Could get more controversial. You could ask the chat.
Should we say hi to the dogs? You guys want to say hi to the dogs? Does chat want to say hi to the dogs? They're not human kids, but you know, they're dogs. I just disputed the charge. Forget your corner. Don't worry about it, Bilal. It doesn't sell. I don't want my money back. I'm gonna give you your money back, Jake. Get the fuck out of here. Lord says, hey, I'm back. What have y'all talked about? Of course, I want to see the dogs. So okay, well we got one that says want to see the dogs. Right? Oh God, you want to say hi? You want to say hi? You want to say hi?
They
Okay.
think there's treats. They're like, "Where's the food?"
You just see a tail wagging like crazy.
Desperation for treats.
All right, we'll go later. All right, hold on. All right, those are Mad Dogs. Mad Dog is here. Welcome to Belong and Dog. Look at the brindle pattern. Yeah. Their little butts. But yeah, I don't know what. Okay, how about this? Charizard 151. Should it be the price it's at?
I don't know. It's hard for me to say if should it be that price because I don't think it's a good card, but I think I don't hate 151. It may seem like that, but it's just because I feel disappointed by it. Like I explained earlier about like the commons and the uncommons, because there is some like great art. There is like some really good art in that set. It's just overall, I'm like, I feel like it should have been much bigger. I feel like if it was a bigger set, like if it was like the size of a high class set, I feel like there would have been more ARs. I feel like it could have been more exciting.
I think it's all just FOMO and bullshit. Cause come on, man. I feel like English prints things in the billions. There's no way. I'm not an expert, but I'm just saying. Have we run out of Evolving Skies? We have not run out
Mhm.
of Evolving Skies. How many
So
years it's been?
something that I think that I would like to address, that's a pet peeve of mine that I've been hearing lately, and I have expressed it a couple times, is I'm unsure why streamers are choosing to say with fact that the 151 English reprinting is done for good. I'm like, where did that come from?
You have
I'm
to remember.
hearing that like a lot.
You have to remember that. Do not believe what you see on YouTube, no matter who the YouTuber is, ever.
Yeah.
Because you can do your own research and
But
find out that they're just bullshitting through your teeth.
does it not put like a bad taste in people's mouths like when they're watching a streamer and they literally say that
Yeah, but you have
and
to
we know that
realize
that's
just
not the case?
popularity. If Pokerev says something based on his popularity, it becomes ingrained in people. Like we all saw what
Yeah.
happened with a whole bunch of random cards. Like it's just kids and people speculating and making shit up. Like
Hmm. Yeah.
why are
I
people
think
doing
it's a shame because I mean, I always talk about, I think as a streamer, when you get to a certain size, there's almost an obligation, I feel, in my personal opinion, to educate your viewers about like the hobby, because you're kind of like who a lot of people are going to look for information, because I've been in the LGS and I've heard people who are new to collecting, oh well, this person I watched on YouTube said that this is like gonna be a $500 card, and it's like the owners are like, no, oh, but they said that you must not, you must be just wanting to lowball me. It's like they get this false information from places,
One of my best
you know,
friends said
and
casuals will be casuals, and they don't do their own research. That was Bleak Mission. Bleak Mission told me
yeah,
that. People have random bits and facts that they get from one source of whatever information. They don't really go out of the way to do their own research. My dog's barking, so
yeah,
well,
hidden fates like Jay's talking about printed. And one I remember when there was a point for hidden fates when you could go and there was like hidden fates on the ground that people were like running over with their stroller because it was like, ugh, hidden fates, like, it's like can't fill this dumpster, enough with all this hidden fates that's like not selling. But now, yeah.
there's a fine line.
Shining Fates, I feel like was always destroyed. I don't think that Shining Fates was ever good, but
There's a fine line between opening for fun and opening for value. I mean, that's just how it is. Things that get reprinted to the ground don't get opened up until they have value attached to them. Like, how many people were opening Pally Evolve before Magikarp did its Magikarp thing? How many people were opening up Twilight Masquerade before Grey Ninja was
yeah,
Grey Ninja?
yeah. I think, and now I hear a lot of people that are like, Paldea Evolved is one of the greatest sets, like in the TCG. And I'm like, whoa, because literally none of y'all cared about it before. Like, because people weren't really into the starters. Like, a lot of people don't like Tinkaton. Like, people wanted the Iono, but they
Well,
wanted the Iono because they believed that they needed to have the Iono because that was when the US was like, we are the Japanese market. We are the same.
well, Tinkaton is basically a Digimon. We can all agree on that, right?
I mean, maybe. The final evolution, I guess, does kind of look
Zeraora is a
like a
Digimon.
Digimon.
I mean, there's plenty of Digimon in
Yeah,
Pokemon, you know?
Zeraora does look like a Digimon.
Give me Pokemon that look like monsters in real life, not Digimon, digital monsters. I don't know the rest of the theme song, otherwise I would sing it. The longer you keep that Pikachu up, the more I want it. Hold on. Let me just. Is that better, Ricky?
Hmm.
Gotta back that
I think
terrestrialized ass up.
I think a lot of people judge sets too on how valuable the cards are, but they forget because a lot of people are still, like they're new or they're like coming back, that that's not really how the value works. Like no matter what, like during the XY era, were any of the XY cards valuable? No. Like during the Sun and Moon era, were any of the cards valuable? No. And I know that, like, because I went and I picked up. Oh, look at! I'm gonna pick up the Tyranitar Sableye alternate art for $3.83, or, you know, I bought the Gardevoir Sylveon for like I think $60, but I bought it for $60 because I was like, oh, I'll get it eventually, and I should have bought it when it was like $8. You know, like it's not going, everyone's going to say, oh, it's not great, there's no value, but like there were a lot of sets in the Sword and Shield era that people didn't say were great. Like people, I mean, I still don't really love Astral Radiance, and a lot of people didn't like Astral Radiance, but lately I see all these people love Astral Radiance now that the Machamp has like gone up. You know, it's like people just have to wait. You know, you can't just with modern, especially now, you can't just like open it and think that you're like flipping it. You have to sit on it. Just like all the ARs, like Bilal, like you know, you've been going through and looking at the prices of all the ARs in English that are going up. And that hasn't been too long since that started happening. But imagine like in, you know, a few years what those AR prices will be. People are just like in a hurry
Yeah.
to like I guess get rich quick, but then with the money that they're selling, they're just buying more cards. Or you know how I always say people are like, "Oh yeah, that card's a X amount in a PSA 10." And it's like, "Oh, so did you sell it?" "Oh no, I'm not going to sell it." So then what? So the price doesn't matter because tomorrow it could be like $100,
Well, I mean,
or it could be like $300.
I do not have a lot of experience in this hobby at all. I am still a rookie, and I am still doing research and trying to find out how the market works. And the one thing I know is that the market does not lie, and I've lost potential profit because I got greedy, and that's on me. But that also is something that I feel like people are going to be dealing with a lot worse than I do because I can handle small losses or, losses that kind of affect me in a way. But, like, and this is going to sound like, let's cancel this guy, but buying a crap ton of sealed is not WotC era vintage Pokemon. It's like you're gonna be have to holding sealed product for like 50 years in order to like really see your fruit become
Hmm.
blooming because
Yeah,
you have to deal
especially
with everybody else that's holding sealed product too. Like everyone, if
yes.
everyone has the same idea, then everyone's in the same thing.
Yep. Yep. And especially there are certain items, yes, that are exceptions to the rule, but like if we're just say we are talking about like Fusion Strike booster box, has the price of the Fusion Strike booster box has gone significantly up? Yes. But how much sealed Fusion Strike do you think people are hoarding?
So
Like a
much,
ton.
just like evolving skies.
Yeah, and the Pokemon Center still does restocks of Fusion Strike. And I go to Target and I catch the restock lady, and she's putting out Fusion Strike ETBs, you know, blisters, like all that kind of stuff. So there's a whole bunch. Maybe it's not being reprinted, but there's still so much that they have. And people forget that. If we talk about that Pokemon mystery box, you know, that the Pokemon Center did that we got Krantz to get, it literally said in there that you had an option of getting Sun and Moon packs. How would you get Sun and Moon packs if they weren't hoarding any? You know, or they've randomly done restocks of like Forbidden Light ETBs. There's so much stuff that gets lost in warehouses or they have pallets of, and then eventually someone's like, we need to clear out the warehouse, and it's like, oh, Forbidden Light, put it on the website.
Doing that mystery box, right? With Sun and Moon packs.
Yeah, it says there's a possibility. It doesn't mean you will, but there's like a possibility.
That
And
means
what
they still
sets
got
could
Sun
it
and Moon
be?
packs.
Yeah. Yeah, if it and it literally was marketed as that. Like it showed, you know, Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet, Sun and Moon. They would have not put that on there if that wasn't a possibility to get that.
Isn't it sold out now because people are going nuts? They're like, I want Sword and Shield with
Yeah,
Sun
it
and Moon
sold out.
packs.
It sold out in like what, 2 hours, because once people saw that it said Sun and Moon, you know, people like were melting down.
Okay, well, if everyone does the same thing, it's already saturated as is, right? Like,
Hmm.
if everyone does the same thing, you're gonna have diminishing returns, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You have to get
Yeah.
ahead of things, and that's hard to do.
Mhm.
You can't really do that with sealed right now. Maybe back in
No.
before the boom of the pandemic, if you got in on that,
Mhm.
great. But right now, just stick to singles, bro. PSA 10s, or,
Mhm.
if you're trying to value it, then just stick to the singles, stick to the PSA 10s. Or if you're actually collectors, do PSA 9s, bro. Same shit. The fundamentals always supply and demand. The rest, I believe, we need to see it case by case basis and need to ask themselves per percent, portion, cash flow, or profit. Correct. Bleak is the master. That is true. I agree with him. Always. More or less.
Yeah. And no matter how much sealed you have, you also need to have that buyer. Like a lot of people will be like, oh, I have, you know, a ton of, X and Y ETBs, that are like sealed or, whatever. And it's like, you may have them and they may be worth an amount, but are people buying them right now? People think that the value of something means immediate cash, and it's not always the case.
Yeah, that's also
Sometimes
limited time.
there are certain things it's like immediate cash, but really not every there isn't a huge amount of people that are waking up every morning like today's the day I'm going to be mass buying older ETBs. Sometimes you have them, yes, they're worth a certain amount, but they're going to sit for a while until that right buyer comes along.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I have a hard time even selling on certain things, but also missing window times and me being greedy has cost me. And I have to learn that I have to be more disciplined with how I approach items. Like with the Pikachu coming out in this set this week, and then you also have Surging Sparks English coming out next month within like 4 weeks or 3 weeks. Um, there's a very small window for me to grade with PSA, get my grades back within a few months, and then put them on eBay as soon as possible. Like that's something I have
Yeah.
to be better at and be more consistent with. And I'll admit I fell pretty bad with the inconsistency, but yeah, I mean, can't even sell lorcana packs. I can technically lower my prices on lorcana packs. Like that's the best thing. Is like when you put a deal out there for buyers that they just can't resist.
Hmm.
That's like chef's kiss. Supply and demand. Keep it sealed. I mean,
And
yeah, I'm gonna refund you, Jay.
a
Don't
lot
worry.
of times these products that are so expensive, like some of these vintage packs, quote unquote vintage or just older packs, like people are spending, $300, $400 on a pack. And the chance to even make that back, even if they, pulled a card that they could grade and sell is so low. It's so low. So a lot of times when I see people doing some of these like, I guess mid-modern breaks and the packs are pretty expensive, like when I see people do flash fire breaks, it's like buy the pack but don't open it because the chances are that you're going to get something like really crazy out of flash fire is so low. Is like so low. And
Yeah, I mean,
then to grade it and get a 10, the chances are so low.
okay. The best way I can tell you is Bleak Mission told me that if you ever want to rip something, the best thing would be to find a good set from Magic the Gathering, rip open a box, just put those singles up, and people will just buy it if it's a really good set, like high in demand. Because players are gonna play, they're gonna want those cards as soon as possible. With Pokemon, the demand isn't still the same way as that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert. I need to be
Mhm.
more disciplined. I need more
Yeah.
consistency. But
I
yeah,
mean, also, if you just want to open it because you just want to open it and it's fun and you don't care about the price point, like if you love Tag Team as a set and you want to spend $50 on a pack of Tag Team to open it because you just want to experience that because maybe you've never gotten to open a pack of it, and the $50 is worth it for the experience, that's great. But when people are like spending $50 on tag team and they're like opening it, and everyone knows if like I'm in a chat and it's like someone has a tag team or wins a tag team and they're like, open it or keep it safe. Like literally don't ever open it. Like literally don't ever open it. And that's from like a personal experience of
I
like
wonder.
mass opening that set at release.
I wonder who makes
You know, but
videos
if you
about
want to
opening
and it's
cards or
an
keeping them
experience,
sealed.
just do it.
I wonder. Nah, I know. We're going in circles right now. It's like, are you in it for the hobby to collect, or are you in it for like actually, you know, trying to make a buck out of it? And a lot of people are. Economy sucks. The world, if you look at it, is crumbling, and everyone wants to find a way to make quick cash, hard cash, good
Yeah.
cash, and Pokemon is a money hack if you do it the right way. And yeah,
Hmm.
but yeah,
And see, Ricky, it's not that I have PTSD from Tag Team because when Tag Team came out, it was so cheap and everyone hated it so much. They said it was destroying the Pokemon card game as we know it. The tag teams was the worst thing they'd ever heard of, absolute garbage. It was everywhere and you could get it for so cheap. So mass opening it back then when Target had like buy 2 packs, get 2 free and stuff like that, it wasn't like as much of a wallet crusher as like if you were buying each pack for $5. Um, and I mean, I was much younger back then, so it was still fun, but I didn't ever pull anything crazy. I think I pulled a full art Snorlax Eevee. I pulled a Morgan full art. Um, I think I pulled the Brock.
whoa, my camera
Like
just
really
crashed.
nothing crazy. I never pulled an alt art from Tag Team or anything like that. But it was brutal. It was like you could open up a booster box. The ETBs for me was like where it was the worst. Like I think I opened maybe like 10 ETBs and only one of the ETBs had like a full art. The rest it was like you'd be lucky if you got one GX.
I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, you could easily buy those GXs for like $1. Like,
Yes.
like,
Yeah, that's why it's like just buy the GX for $1. And I get it now if you pull the Latios, or if you pull, the Gengar and all that, it's like I only spent $50 and I got a Gengar. And I know that's what people are trying to do. Oh, okay, if I buy this one pack and I'm lucky,
that's the
I
gambler.
essentially,
That's the gambler's premium, bro.
that's like the gambler. Yeah.
The double or nothing. Keep ripping packs until I become rich. Like, my
Yeah.
guy. I don't know if you want to do that forever, but yeah.
It's just if there's cards that you want, like we all say all the time, just buy the single. It may not for some people it may not be as fun to be like, hey, like I pulled this, but some people they don't need that. Like me, as long as the card's in my binder, that's all that matters. I'm not like concerned about pulling it. And then you just keep telling yourself, I bought this card for like, you know, $50 and I saved hundreds and hundreds on packs that I could then go and use those hundreds of dollars to buy a
Singles.
grail card that you normally couldn't afford.
Well, I mean, we talked about this previously about how first edition Gym Challenge and Gym Heroes booster packs is like 300 ish, three to 400 ish dollars.
Yeah.
And let's say for example, if you bought, let's see, a first edition Blaine's Charizard. Actually, let's do Blaine's Moltres because that one's a little bit tougher. If you were to buy the Blaine's Moltres first edition, it would cost you about $3,000, and people spend about $3,000 trying to pull it. So it's kind of like,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
are you doing? Because we all know that
And
the same
and
song and dance that
yeah,
vintage typically gets an 8 or a 9 automatically, even if it's fresh from pack. Like, it's so hard to break in vintage.
yeah, true. Yeah. And like for me, if I buy the singles then and I've like finished, a set, that's why I buy singles like quickly after release. But also because you can get the cheapest prices, like we've talked about the highest prices, the cheapest prices. You can get good deals. But like once I've gotten all of the cards that I needed from that set, I have no desire to open anymore.
Well, I
So
mean,
it like
yeah,
stops me from buying more boxes.
but like that's what Bleak mentioned before. It's a case by case basis, like literally and figuratively. Like when you open a certain amount of cards, that should be like your limit of your budget. But people go above and beyond their budget, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not good to
Yeah.
do that. So yeah, I mean, imagine if
And
I don't know, rip open like fucking 100 cases of one set. What are you gonna do afterwards? Like, I don't know. Are you trying to corner the market on singles? Like, I don't know.
yeah.
But people are gonna do what they want, man. We're just out here, just out here doing our thing.
So that Eevee set. So here's my thing: is there's like a lot of speculation about what that set will be, but there's nothing set in stone. People are just taking that there'll be Eevees in the set, as in that it will be an Eevee set. So until we see like what kinds of cards there'll be, I don't know. And generally special sets, especially Japanese special sets, they print like Japanese special sets crazy. Like V Star Universe, like Shiny Treasures is at what, like $24 a booster box or something at one point. It was like they're like giving it away. Like on certain websites. V Star Universe, what is it right now? 60 a box.
It's about 70,
I
75.
remember when it was like, yeah, remember when it was like 140 or something like that, but it had been lower than 62. I feel like in Japanese, in the beginning, it's not gonna get crazy. In English, it's hard to tell. It's hard to
Oh, the
tell like
EV set.
how many cards is there, the desirability of the arts, because it could also potentially be that all the EVs are just full arts and only like maybe one or two of them get an SAR.
I don't know. Well, we don't know. We can't speculate on the set right now. We have to see what we can do with what we have. I don't think
Because then recently they also came out with information, like additional information, that the set will feature evolutions and legendary Pokemon. So, like, and of course, it's not just going to be EVs and legendary Pokemon. There's going to be other Pokemons. There's going to be other reprints from previous sets. And then a lot of those reprinted cards get like, a new art. Um, yeah, so it's hard to know, but I think it's the same thing I say with the Rocket set. They've confirmed that Rocket will return, but where has it been confirmed that it's a set? There's a trademark, but we don't know if it's a set. For all we know, it could be a line of products. It could be, special decks. It could be, a mini set. I mean, we don't really know what it is, but I think people are just saying, "Oh, it's confirmed a set," but none of that's confirmed.
it's all speculation right now. We just need more information. That's all I'm gonna say about it. We can't do shit without info. We don't
Yeah.
know anything except
I
for
try
EVs.
not to think like I try and just focus on what set is about to come out
Yeah.
because, you know, it's more fun as the set's coming out to be able to like talk with Bilal and Krantz about, oh, what ARs do we think they are? And as they're being released, looking at the set numbers, this is possible, this isn't possible, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to take a break tonight. I wasn't even trying to go
Mhm.
live, but I was like, let's just hang out. try to open this lorcana box and then we just talk about the art. I was working on my eBay listings. You know, I think everyone that is in the hobby has a different mentality. One person's not going to be in the same way as the other person. Like, you know, most people might be in it for value. I think I spoke to one person who was like, I was trying to buy like one like cheap card from him. I was like, hey, I'll pay you 80% for that single. It was the Miascarada SI. And he's like, oh, I can get 87 to 90% on TCG Player. And I was like, do I want to respond with something witty? And I was like, nah, just give him a thumbs up and move on. But to me, it's like, why don't you just list it on TCG Player instead of trying to sell it in Discord then? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just weird. Like,
And then the fees that they have to then take and all that.
but
So
at least your card's out there. It's listed. It's, you know, someone sees it,
yeah.
they can buy it. So, I mean, that's the one thing I
Sometimes it's
learned.
like take 87% cash right now or take 90% cash later.
Yeah.
I would rather take the cash now.
Yeah. I mean, it's all, you know, people's situations and what's going on. Like, I had to sell some cards in general, but like, I'm going to make use of the money that I get. And I'm just talking out loud, but I have to be more disciplined with what I buy. With the Pikachu thing, let's hope it works out, but gotta hope and make sure PSA gives me 1 10s and 2. Gotta buy like 5 Pikachu or something. Like a whole bunch of
Mm-hmm.
Pikachus. 500 for you
Yeah.
because I think it'll be PSA.
Yeah. It's just hard to know because even with this upcoming set, the Pikachu could debut at say $300 and then in 2 months it's like $80. Like it's happened before. I haven't done so usually when a new Japanese set comes out, I do like a deep dive on like Japanese Twitter, like going through looking at all the translated tweets and stuff about how they are feeling about a set. And I haven't really done that with this set. I haven't really had enough time, but I haven't really seen like a ton of hype for really any of the cards. I was looking at a little bit of like the Jasmine today and people are like interested in it, but it wasn't kind of like how people were reacting to like the Lysia. So I should probably do that and it'll kind of give me a better feel about like how do they feel about the set, because then I could anticipate what things could look like.
I'm actually curious, how many people in chat have a whole bunch of sealed product? Like more than 50 boxes of everything total. Curious.
More than 50 boxes? No. I do have a lot of Evo Sky stuff. Pikachu V boxes with Evo Skies ETBs. But then I just have like some celebrations. I have like some sealed Vivid Voltage packs because anytime I got a Vivid Voltage pack out of anything, I was disgusted by it. So I just was like, I don't even want to look at this.
People now can say, everyone now can say, but Clamp, there's a 0.01% chance you might get the Chonkachu, the rainbow.
Yeah,
Chonkachu.
but I pulled that out of pack one of the one ETB that I opened, and I didn't even know it was like worth anything. I still have it. It's cool, but it's just a rainbow card.
Yeah, I know.
So with sealed, like Evo Skies for most people's one of their favorite sets. It's not one of my favorite sets, and I have all the cards that I truly want from the set already. So the sealed product, when I have what I want out of the set, it doesn't tempt me because it's kind of like I don't need to open that. I already have what's in there. It would be hard for me to do sealed if it was like there were cards in those sets that I didn't have. You know, like if I didn't have like the Sylveon alternate arts from Evo, then I'd be like, oh, what happens if they're in those boxes? But
It's the gambler's premium, bro. It's just the way it is. Things will never be the same.
I would like to get some Japanese booster boxes sealed, but that's just for like just personal collection, not like me trying to like hold it. Like I need to buy a Mask of Change box sealed. Um Probably like a Crimson Haze sealed. And now would be the time to do it because sometimes you see them for like $39 and stuff like that.
Jay's about to open up shop right now. Late night, opening up Cosmic Clips and the EV Heroes.
The only Sun and Moon box that I would like to have sealed is Crimson Invasion. That's probably the only one that I would like to have sealed. But
This has been a nice little break. Really appreciate it. Plus, also, I feel like Jay's a little bit jealous because CLAMPFAN has now been on France's channel and my channel and still has not been on Jay's channel.
see, it's a clammy answer because where most people feel like a lot of nostalgia to like base set and stuff like that, Sun and Moon was like my favorite era where I opened the most packs I'd ever did. You know, I opened a lot of packs as a kid in the EX era, like Sandstorm, like Hidden Legends. I opened a ton of that. But like Sun and Moon was like the most. And it's like I love the Sun and Moon games. Crimson Invasion has my favorite card of all time in that set.
It's definitely
Definitely
Gardevoir.
Oh, Crimson Invasion. There's no Gardevoir in Crimson Invasion.
Lusamine. That's it.
Yeah, the Lusamine full art. And then so many other good cards. The Gladion full art. I'm the only person that I know that like loves the Ultra Beast. I don't even really know people that even know what the Ultra Beasts are. Even Kranz is like, I've never seen this Pokemon before. But yeah, you know, like everyone has like a set that they really like. Like, you know, I've heard people say that they really love Furious Fist. Like Furious Fist is like not a set for me, but they have a specific, you know, draw to Furious Fist, and that's cool. You know,
Furious
that's like
just has such a kinky name for a set, man. I can't take it seriously.
a kinky name.
You don't want to know. That's it. But yeah, I mean, all these sets are,
Yeah.
you know, nothing is no one's going back into the Sun and Moon era and wanting to chase Crimson Invasion, Lusamine, or anything like that because there's just no hype around it. Everything that's hyped when people visually see is what people go crazy for.
Yeah.
And Pikachu's gonna be the next thing, potentially. Could be wrong.
Yeah, yeah. Like Lori says that, you know, they love the Ultra Beasts. The Ultra Beasts were such a cool concept, like essentially aliens, you know, like the Ultra Wormhole, the different areas that you could explore to find the different Ultra Beasts, like the Ultra Desert, Ultra Jungle. Like I thought that it was just really cool. It's just, you know, I guess people just didn't get it.
Right, yeah. I mean,
you know?
I don't know shit, dude. I came back during the Beastar Universe era, so like there's so much that I don't know, and I'm still like getting all the research for vintage sets and how Raw versus PSA 10 is doing, population of the PSA 10s, and there's so much data, dude. It's overwhelming sometimes, but yeah, I haven't even gotten to the Ultra Beast yet. I'm still on WotC.
But I think it's fun. Like I've been doing those Instagram like posts about, you know, Japanese EX era, and I'm just enjoying researching it, like going through, looking at the artists, looking at the cards that were in the set, like looking at how cohesive they are. That's just like fun for me. And then I just do like a little Instagram post because it kind of, you know, when you're like writing up about it or you're like making a graphic for it, it helps like, you know, retention of the information. But I think it's when Pokemon is a hobby, there's so many different things that you can like look into and read up on. Um, that, you know, when you have a hobby, that's kind of what you want to like learn as much as you can about it. And there's tons of stuff that I don't know, you know, that's why I like go through this stuff, you know, to like learn more and to get a better, you know, grip about what it is. Like no one will ever know everything, you know, like there's very neat people think there's a lot of things that I know about, but there's like the things I'm really educated in are like very niche. Like if people ask me about like what C era, like I'm like, I don't know. Like I can't tell you anything about that.
I don't know either. I'm not an expert at all. Hence why I'm still doing a ton of research. But like I can probably show you to the right direction if you want to do your own research. Like that's the best that I can do. I think watching other YouTubers and stuff like that is not where you should be getting your information. You know, you could find anything online.
No.
So much information you can get online.
Yeah.
You don't need to watch, you know, X, Y, and Z's YouTube videos to get your
About investing. Invest now.
I don't know. I mean, we definitely speak about controversial stuff here, definitely. But yeah, I don't know. It's yeah. I could tell you all
What's
about the
what's I
e-reader.
think
Oh man, e-reader is
so good. Yeah,
so
e-readers so good.
the
But I think
Oculus
what's cool is
Rift
just
edition.
finding
Yeah.
friends, you know, that are all interested in that and they have different things that they're really knowledgeable in. And then when you just like kind of like come together and like talk about different things, like you can learn like from each other and have like meaningful conversations about the hobby and art and cards instead of just like the same old, you know, that you normally hear.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just a I'm a filthy casual fan, you know? Like, I'm not some super duper pro. I'll admit it. But, like, I want to learn more. Still can't beat fucking Olivia in Pokemon Moon, but, you know, that doesn't make me angry at all. I still have to play that. I don't know why her fucking Lycanroc is so goddamn strong, dude. It's, like, ridiculous. Every single
Level
thing
up your
gets fucked.
Pokemon, bro.
I know.
Level up.
Jay says I'm a high tier casual. Oh yeah, Jay wanted to know about Ash getting wrecked by Tobias in the anime.
I don't really like to think about the last part of the Pokemon anime because I feel like it was a scam. Like the end of the Ash era. Like I could go on a rant for a million years about why Leon like absolutely wiping the floor with Diantha in the anime was like a total scam. Like a total scam. But I get what they were trying to do. They wanted to make Leon versus Ash. Like Ash should have never beaten Cynthia. Cynthia should have wiped the floor with Ash. But I don't know. If people aren't watching Pokemon Horizons, please watch it. It's so good. It's literally so good. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, but there's no Ash." Once you really get into it and you start watching it, you're not really going to care about Ash because it's very different. There's so much good character development. There's a tighter knit story. Where a lot of times in the original anime with Ash, it was kind of like they were just doing whatever, going around doing whatever. The writing for Horizons is really good. The animation is really good. Yeah, everyone go watch it. Give it a chance. Give it a chance. It's really good. Like I like, you know, my dad even watches it with me and he really likes it. And my dad watched, you know, the original Pokemon series with Ash with me when I was little, you know, and when I was like, oh, there's a new anime, there's no Ash, you know, but now he watches it, he gets into it. You know, oh, this is really good, or you know, this character, he really likes that character. It's really good.
Sorry, I was telling Jay
Yeah, I feel
getting him
like they
into the
should have
manga.
let Ash age.
But there was something really funny. People are like so sad that the One Piece anime has a 6 month hiatus. I'm like, bruh, just read the manga. Why do you have to wait for the anime? Uh, but then again, here I am just hanging out, bullshit. But I'm having fun, you know. There's so much ways you can like cut off your time. It's like
Yeah, we should see a
ripping.
lot more Rayquaza in the new episodes too. Well, I don't know
Not
how
yet.
soon, but
Not
we
yet.
should start seeing more.
He's not down, says Jay. I mean, you're the boss, Jay. You could tell him what to do.
Yeah, a 6 month hiatus, I feel like for people that are really into anime and manga, um, like all I can think of is like people who are like Hunter fans. A 6 month hiatus is probably like
Nothing.
nothing for them.
But I mean,
Because Hunter is like always on hiatus, like
but like
24/7.
they stopped making the which legendary beast? Yeah, it was Entei. It's part of the sixth crew. Like turtles. But yeah, I mean, it's just like ripping packs or buying singles, you know? Ripping packs is like anime and buying singles is like manga, you know? Save a whole bunch of time and energy.
And so many times that the anime has to cut out so much stuff. You
Right.
know, depends on the series. There are some anime series that are literally like frame by frame, you know, like the manga, but most are not like that. They don't have the budget for it.
Like 10 episodes of the same Dragon Ball Z part.
Hmm.
Will
Like I
Goku
don't think
rise to the occasion.
any of the manga that I read, none of the anime have ever been as good as the manga
Yeah, I know.
because they have to cut so much out.
And I am also filthy casual with manga. I also have to be more consistent with that, man. Sorry, I'm just doing one more eBay listing because I forgot to do this one.
I also don't think there's a lot of manga that I'm interested in right now. Like I
What?
try and I go and look at the new releases, but I'm just like,
I had the one that you were recommending. That was pretty good.
what were you reading?
I don't know. Whatever you sent me, I forget the names. I saved like 3 of them.
Can't remember.
I barely just started JJK. I haven't even started all the other ones. Just a filthy casual.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time too.
But it's better than fucking watching all the time. Or waiting 6 months.
Yeah, that's one thing I love about like the Pokemon anime weekly, always weekly, and like there's new arcs, but there's never like I think the most we've gotten is like like a 2 week hiatus because I can't remember. Oh, it was like Golden Week in Japan, and like during Golden Week, there's all this stuff, so sometimes they don't show like the regular scheduled program, but there's like always an episode every week.
You can read the manga on your phone and you don't have to flip the page, bro. Like, alright, folks, I'm gonna be dragging my ass tomorrow morning and moving the mouse pretending to work for the first hour during the stream, but it's worth it. Alright, Ricky, have a good night. I'll catch y'all next time.
Good night, Ricky. But
Really? Now I'm confused. Yeah, you can read it all on your phone, bro. I read it on my phone just like
Yeah, there's many places you can read it for free, or you could even like some places have like a pretty cheap subscription option, like through Viz or through Yen Press, where they have like all their titles on there.
Told you, the internet tech got a lot of options. All right, should we
I
call the
mean,
stream?
you can still 1,100 episodes, and they're like what 25 minutes,
Dude, that'll take you so
right?
long. I read the manga so fast within, and I was going at a regular pace too. Like I wasn't like steamrolling through it. I was just reading like a couple chapters every night. Bro, steamrolling, and I'm like now caught up. And I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, I wish I didn't catch up. But at the
You
same
don't
time,
have to rush through it.
yeah,
Some
you don't. You don't.
when I was in high school, I had friends, that read manga, but they were like they read one chapter a day, and they like didn't do more than that. They could have sat there and read 8 chapters because a chapter is really not that long, but they just chose, oh, before I go to bed, I read one chapter and that's it.
Can I catch up in like 6 months? If you start reading the manga, you'll catch up in like 2 or 3 months, depending on how fast you can read. If you can read super fast, you'll probably catch up in like 2 weeks or a week. I don't know. So did I start 1100 episode show for absolute? I mean, you can always go back and watch the clips, man. Like I saw so many of the clips from the manga into the anime, and plus they're redoing the manga for, I mean, doing the anime for One Piece 2 next year. So it's like One Piece is peak, bro. One Piece is peak. I still have to convert CLAMPFAN, but that's alright.
Not gonna happen, Blanc. I'm sorry to tell you.
It's okay. Different strokes for different folks.
I will not be peer pressured.
Alright. I don't even, is it even worth it? How many people we got here? We got 9 people. Should we even rate anyone? Nah, right? Let's just go to sleep. Is anyone online? I'm gonna be totally honest. I think Gear 5 Luffy was so damn cool, and I'm not even there yet. I only know from the cards. Yeah, I mean, the cards definitely piqued a lot of interest in Gear 5 Luffy. If you don't know the story, it looks cool, but wait till you know the story. It is even more badass, bro. Like, tip of the iceberg just looking at the art, bro. Tip of the iceberg. Don't let your TCG be ruined for the anime or manga.
Oh my god.
No one is live, so we're chilling. What do you want to close on,
Those
Clamp?
TikTok deals are back. The TikTok deals are back.
What, $5 for 151?
Well, I'm seeing all these people buy the Charizard, the figure box, the super premium and super in quotation marks. And then like the Dark Powers box, it looks like it comes with like 5 packs and like some other stuff. And what the Charizard box is like, what, 65 or something like that, or like $60 or even $70. The Dark Powers box is like $30, and people got both of them for $30 shipped.
Yeah, deals are deals, right? All right, what do you want to close on? Final thoughts. It's 12:09, 12:10.
I don't know. Hopefully, I'll go to sleep and I'll wake up to the last cards being revealed.
You mean Magneton and Restaurant? They're already revealed.
Isn't there one more AR though that we need?
Maybe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Like I
I
sent
think
you
we need 2.
2 more.
Yeah, because Vivillon, Cerulege, Spiel, Phoebus, Magneton, Mesprit, Phanpy, Petront, Wiggs, and Kecleon. So 2 more.
Does that mean that there's one more essay?
We need a trainer SAR, and then we need a Pokemon SAR.
All right. Sounds good. Well, everyone, thank you for coming tonight. Jay, Ricky, I know you're passed out. Lori, Bleak Mission, as always. Everyone else that came in the raid for Cardboard Robot, if you stayed and lurking, thank you for doing that, but appreciate y'all. Sure, well, I think I'm going to stick to anime for now, but I'm going to look up some of the manga and see if it would be interested. I'll let you know, dude. Oh, yeah, no problem at all, dude. Once you get into the manga, though, man, it's like going from a Honda Odyssey minivan to like a Ford Mustang GT 500. You know, it's like completely different, bro. I wish I could reread that One Piece manga and like I was brand new to me. Simple times. Even though I just did it like 6 months ago. Yeah, I got so much more manga to read. Yeah, man. Thank you for popping in. Should we try to end this in a form-fitting manner? Should we rip open this Lorcana booster box for value?
No.
I'll do it.
Have a good night, y'all.
Good night, everyone. Jay's like, no. Take care, everybody.